The football team has no name. The New York Giants are a bunch of crybabies. And the Dallas Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl since Robin Williams was dressed like an old woman catching his boobs on fire. And oh yes, you are now watching a Philly Fuego production. Gracias, amigos. Fly, Eagles, fly.
What is good? What is going on? And what is cracking? I am Philly Foothills, and I am back in the nest out west, where I'm trying to bring you the best when it comes to Philadelphia Eagles content. Philbillies, Eagles Nation, we finally have our coach, Nick Sirianni. Sorry if I mispronounced his name. Again, before we get into today's video, welcome in everybody to the Nest Out West. I go by Philly Foothills. This is my Eagles YouTube channel, and I'm somewhat new to the game. So if you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button down below. That way you get all of my content. And if you want notifications of my content, go ahead and ding that bell up in the corner there. And if you like and hear what you see today, go ahead and give me that thumbs up down below. I greatly appreciate it. And share my videos. Share my videos and help me build my channel. It's definitely my passion. I really enjoy doing this, and it's my first full season that we just ended. Pretty much, I started my YouTube just barely. Right before the Seahawks playoff loss last year, the year before last season in the playoffs. So, yeah, Nick is the man. He definitely was not on the radar at first, but he definitely won the ownership and in the front office over in his meeting, and then his meeting the next day, because supposedly they called him back for a second meeting the next day. And I'm excited, Philbillies, to be totally honest with you, because he has a lot of coaching experience working with both quarterbacks and wide receivers, some top names in the league that he's helped develop along the way. Philip Rivers, obviously, when he was with because Sirianni, he's been coaching the NFL since 2009. Started with the Chiefs, I believe, as the offensive quality control coach in 2009, and then worked his way up to quarterback coach with the Chargers underneath Frank Reich, when Frank Reich was the offensive coordinator with the Chargers. And he worked when Sirianni was there. He worked and helped develop Philip Rivers. And then when Sirianni was brought over as the OC with the Colts, Nick Sirianni worked directly with Andrew Luck before he retired. So he's definitely worked with some top names. And as far as receivers go, he's worked with Keenan Allen, Tyrell Williams, and Zach Pascal. So he's definitely done some good things with quarterbacks and receivers. So I'm definitely excited to see what he can do with this offense and with this team going forward. Definitely has a lot of over 10 years of coaching experience. And the thing that kind of most excites me is that 2 out of the last 3 seasons, he's been the offensive coordinator of a top 10 offense the last 2 out of the 3 years. So that's definitely a good thing. Because in 2018, the Colts were fifth in points per game and seventh in yards per game, if I'm not mistaken. And in 2020, they were ninth in PPG and 10th in YPG, which is yards per game. PPG is points per game. So those were, yeah. So, those are just, those are all pluses in my eyes to this hire. So definitely excited for Sirianni to see what he could do. Keep an eye out for the name that I mentioned. Actually, it's kind of funny that his name is resurfacing because I mentioned Jonathan Gannon's name earlier today, I believe, or yesterday, when I was discussing some of Josh Daniels' possible staff that he might bring on. So it looks like Jonathan Gannon's name is still circling around, and it makes sense, especially with Sirianni, because Gannon was he currently is until he gets hired or by somebody else. If we bring him on as DC, but he's currently the defensive back coach for the Indianapolis Colts. So that'll be interesting to see. Who we bring on to be our new defensive coordinator, and I haven't heard any names. So Phil Billy's drop me some info in the comment section, or hit me up at Philly Foothills. Excuse me, I got brain fart this morning or this evening, but yeah, hit me up at Philly Foothills if you know or if you've heard anything about who the potential offensive coordinators might be under our new head coach, Mr. Nick Sirianni. So, yeah, definitely excited. This is definitely a big picture hire. Somebody that's, going to try to turn this team around and build it to be a lasting winning team. So, hopefully he's able to obtain that goal. The only real sad thing about this whole thing is I know there's been a lot of chatter about what's going to happen with Deuce Staley now. So that's really, to me, the only sad thing. What's going to happen with Deuce. I wouldn't be opposed to making him the offensive coordinator because Sirianni has experience in play design, so he can definitely coach up Deuce in that regards, and I think Deuce would help Nick Sirianni. When I say Nick, I'm just gonna start saying Nick, like I said Doug. So when you hear me say Nick, I'm talking about the new HC. So I think Deuce would definitely help Nick keep a balanced attack on offense, because Deuce being that running back coach of frame of mind. And I would definitely like us to become a run first team, because we have a dynamic player in Miles Sanders, and I feel, and there's a lot of other Eagles fans that feel that he has been very well underused, when he's been available. So we definitely have to try to get the ball in Booby's hands a little bit more, because Miles needs his touches, and I don't think he ever had over 20 carries under Doug Peterson. So if I was Nick Sirianni, that would be one of my first goals, is to make sure that we utilize Miles Sanders to the utmost, to the utmost ability, to the utmost of his ability, I should say. But the only other downside I've heard to Sirianni is that, I seen an article a little bit ago that said he's a smart guy but not super smart. I mean, I don't know if they're comparing him to like a Kyle Shanahan or a Sean McVay type, but the only other knock I heard on him was that he wasn't calling the plays in Indianapolis with the Colts, and that Frank Reich was calling the plays. But you know what? Frank Reich wasn't calling the plays when he was the offensive coordinator, as far as I know, for the most part, with the Eagles. So, I mean, he wasn't calling plays before he was a head coach either, as far as I know, unless he was calling plays with the Chargers when he was the offensive coordinator there, that being Frank Reich. But yeah, I mean, I think this is all definitely great news for our organization, Phil Billies, and yeah, I'm liking the hire. Definitely excited to see what Sirianni can do with this team, and how he can help. Hopefully, he can help Howie Roseman become better at at scouting and analyzing talent that we draft. So, yeah, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section. Let me appreciate each and every one of you. Couldn't do this all without you guys. Last time I checked, I think I'm 185 strong now, Phil Billy. So I'm definitely growing at a pretty good pace here. So yeah, if you like and heard what you've seen today, again, give me that thumbs up down below. I greatly appreciate it. It helps my content circulate, and share my videos so we get the word out about the Nest Out West, because you need to get into the now. Get it? The Nest Out West? The now? Nest Out West. Yeah, the now. But anyways, like always, fly Eagles fly. And until next time, Phil Billies, stay mean, stay green. And thanks for viewing me on your screen. Peace!